Hi, my name's Rice Daly Smith, and I collaborated with my team to develop Campus Connect, a full stack web application built by Gamecocks for Gamecocks. The problem we're solving is simple. College students at USC navigate their college life in fragmented systems. Right now, you check one portal for class schedules and assignments, another site for campus events, a different app for dining, yet another for shuttle times, and scattered notifications from different places. Students spend valuable time context switching instead of staying on top of what matters. Deadlines get missed, events are forgotten, transportation is frustrating. Without our app, students manage this chaos with bookmarks, screenshots, phone reminders, and group chats. It works, but it's inefficient and error-prone. Our goal was simple: build one unified dashboard where students see their assignments, campus events, dining info, shuttle schedules, and important notifications all in one place. Technically, we built the front end with Next.js and TypeScript, the back end with Nest.js, and used PostgreSQL with TypeORM for data and Redis for performance. Everything runs in Docker containers. We validated quality with Cypress for end-to-end tests and Jest for back-end coverage. What worked really well was our modular back-end architecture. It let us build features independently and still ship as one seamless product. One challenge was keeping strict type and lint standards across the full stack, but that made everything more reliable in the end. And last but not least, I'd love to showcase our team, the mindsets behind the website. We have Nishant, Ashish, Sri, myself, and Savani. And I'll hand it off to Ashish next.
Hi, I'm Ashish, and today I'll be demoing the login page, the create account page, and the onboarding page. Let's get started. On the create account page, we'll have to enter our details first. And then we'll click create an account. And here's the onboarding page where we first select a role based on which the notifications are pre-applied, and then we can change a time zone as well, clicking on the drop down, and then we'll click on get started. So here's the dashboard page. I'll first change the theme of this dashboard. So on the dashboard page, we're able to view our upcoming class schedule, our upcoming assignments, our upcoming events, and the available dining options that are on campus and off campus as well, and the shuttle routes. And there's a favorites and bookmarks section and personalized suggestions that will be updated as the user keeps using the app. And there's a quick links section which allows the user to access the University Library website, the campus map, Southwest Carolina, and other student resources. And there's also a quick action section specifically designed for this specific application. And when clicked on customize, the user can customize the layout of this dashboard. And the layout is now saved. And just to make sure that our theme settings were saved and the layout was saved. And the theme was saved and the layout was saved as well. Also on the login page, we have integrated the Google API through which a user can link their Google account and log in directly through the application and not have to go through the create account process. It's logged in now, and I'll pass it on to Swan.
Vani, and we're going to take a look at the classes page. And right now we have our current courses, spring 2026, and there's nothing here, but we will add our first class right now. But before we do that, we can also find many other class details right here. It will take us to the U of SC official page where you can search any of your classes using their keyword or any term or by any subject. Right now, let's add our very first class. And here, as you can see, there's already some classes uploaded, and I'm taking algorithmic design this semester, so I'm gonna click on that, give it a little look, see everything is good, and add that to my classes. As soon as you do this, this will open an active map right here. You can use that to scroll through, and since I know that algorithmic design is in the College of Engineering, I'll click on the pin there, and that will show up right here where we can view it on Google Maps. It'll take us directly there, and here, we can use the directions to walk there or drive there and such. Cool feature that we have. Also, let's go back to our classes. As you can see, not every single class is right here, so we can manually enter any of the classes that we're taking this semester if they're not already uploaded. I'm taking CSCE 490 this semester, Computing Project 1. Give it a course description. Monday, Wednesdays. Select time. We meet 10:50 to 12. And then I know this is in Swearingen. Here is our instructor. And we can add our office hours and such, and even the email. And don't forget to add the class number or the room number. And now we can add our class. Okay, now that the class has been added, now we have all of the classes that we're taking this semester. Let's click on one of the classes. Now it will open a more descriptive version. Here we have our professor, his office hours, his email, even our teaching assistants are right here. There's some quick links, take us to the course description, and you can contact your instructor, and it will open any of the messaging apps that you have, Outlook, Gmail, and such. Here we can take a look at this class schedule, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9:40 to 10:30 a.m., Swearingen, the room number, the course description, how many credits it is. We can also download the syllabus right here. Here you go. Want the notepad. And this will take us to the syllabus where we have our course description, information, learning outcomes, course materials, major topics, the grade calculations, which is very important dates, of course, and our course policies. We can all take a look at. And here we will have our assignments. Since there's no assignments yet for this class, we can add our own assignment. I have homework 3 due soon. Add a description, build an app using Java. CSC 145, it's a homework. Give it a due date. How many ever points it is? It's 100 points, and it's 15% of my grade. And you can also be notified right here an hour before, 2 hours before, even days before, and click create assignment. Here you will have our assignment, and if this is an assignment that that has to get done right away, you can set your priority to high, and that will sort it out, or medium or low. But right now this is due quick enough for me, so I'm going to set it to high.
All right, so here we have the assignments page. Just go here, create an assignment. First things first, just say homework 1, do a little bit of a test here. Description, I guess just introduction to early class concepts should work. At the moment, we only have one class active, CSCE 240. For this example, we can change the assignment type to whatever, leave it as homework, and then of course we have the due dates. We can change that to what we please. The time we can also modify. For the sake of this, I'll just leave it at 11:59. We can also set the points of the assignment to whatever we'd like, the weight as well. We can put the submission link in, which for this test's sake, I'll just do google.com. We can also add some attachments in. I will just put google.com once again. We can change our notifications, what time the website notifies us for this specific assignment. And then we can also change the priority. This kind of makes more sense when you have more assignments, but as you can see, everything saves here with details. All of our optional queries are there as well. We can sort by course type, we can sort by the type of assignments, and then we can also sort by the course or priority, whichever you prefer.
Here's a quick overview of our dining page. Our goal is to help students quickly find food options both on and off campus based on their preferences, location, and time. At the top, there's a filter that lets you sort restaurants by your dietary needs, crowd level, and even location. If I were to click on sort by distance, it would sort restaurants based on how close they are to me. All the on-campus dining locations are at Russell, so they're the same distance, but if you were to scroll to the off-campus dining locations, you have a better view at how it's sorted based on distance, the furthest one being 5.1 miles away and the closest being 3.2. You can also filter restaurants on your dietary needs. So for example, if I wanted to find vegetarian restaurants or just restaurants that supported vegetarian food habits and that weren't busy, these two restaurants pop up, and since I know they cater to my food needs, I can favorite them. And even when no filters are applied, if I scroll back down, these are the two that are on top since I know that I can easily access them. If I wanted to find a restaurant and directions immediately, I could just search up, for example, 929, that's off campus. If I were to click that, it'll give me directions on Google Maps. If I go back and let's say I want to find Panda Express, this will pop up. I can find directions on Google Maps and it's just easier for students to access it. Down here where the campus dining restaurants are, for example, if I click on Panda Express, it gives you some basic information like when they're open, what building it's in, what dietary restrictions they can support, and a quick overview. So this button will take me to the direct Panda Express website where I can order food, or I can also just click on directions and it'll go back to Google Maps. And under this tab, I can look at reviews. It's just as easy to order food from off-campus restaurants as well. I'm going to use 929 for example. Again, basic information when they're open, what dietary restrictions they can cater to. This button will take me directly to the 929 website. I can log in, I can order food as a guest. This button will take you straight to DoorDash. The restaurant is closed right now, but if you click on it, you can order ahead. And order it for tomorrow. And this button again will take you to Google Maps for directions, and again, reviews are under this tab.
Next, we'll head over to the shuttle page. And this has gotten a pretty significant overhaul since the last update. We now have a pin that shows you your current location. If it wants to load here, I think just gotta hover. Yep, so that's our current location there. This blue pin, you can see the legend at the top. There's a variety of different colored pins, tell you what they mean. Some campus buildings here. If we scroll down to the bottom, we have our shuttle routes. This is pretty similar to before. It'll pretty much have a bus blip on the map. This is just updating the location, approximate location of the bus in live time. Zoom out a little bit here so we can see more. I'll click on this other route that kind of takes us down to the stadium. Basically, That's that. We can deselect the route just by clicking on it again. And then I'll just do a quick test of the directions. We can type in Swearingen Engineering. First thing it's going to come up with is walking directions. We can switch it to car or bike riding if we please. We'll see the miles and the time updates. We can also go over to Google Maps if we want to view the location there. It just pulls it up in coordinates, so you can do directions there if you please. We also have Uber routes if it wants to load here. Yep. So you can request a ride to that location using Uber. Same thing goes with Lyft. You will need the app for it to work, but yes, that works as well. And then last thing I just thought of, we did add a button which will take you directions to the closest pin for the shuttle route that you are viewing. It's super helpful if you just want to get to the shuttle route fast. But yeah, that is the shuttle.
Hey everyone, I'm Nishan Chinnasamy, and I'll be showing off the search and the events page of our web application Campus Connect. Let's get started. So here's our events page first. It's nice, well organized. We have all of our events listed, and we have also grouped them accordingly as academic, social, and sports. We also have a search bar, so any upcoming events that's up here will show up once you search for it. So let's search for the commencement and the Antelope Party. There you go. So that you have a nice search bar, and then you can always like bookmark the stuff that you're interested in. You can also RSVP for the events you're interested in, and when you RSVP or like bookmark stuff, it's going to show up under My Events. And if you're not interested anymore, you can just unbookmark it, and you can also notify yourself for the RSVPs. You can switch the times 10, 30, and 1 hour. And if you're not interested anymore, you can just cancel RSVP. You can also create your own event. Let's say we're going to study for the finals. Academics, library. There you go. Now let's say there's some change of plans and you want to edit it. You can do that as well. Let's say you just don't have to study anymore and just have fun. There you go. You can make the changes, and if you don't want to go anymore, you can just delete it and no one's going. So that's our events page. And the final thing is, let's say you want to go to a game, and if you want to get tickets, just hit on the tickets button, and then we'll redirect you to the corresponding websites and you can get your tickets. There you go. So that's our events page. We also have a notification that shows up every time you RSVP stuff, and alongside upcoming assignments and upcoming events. Now let's move on to the search page. So this is our search page. We have a nice live map going on here, and we also have assignments, classes, events, dining, and shuttle options like for you to have a look at. Let's say I want to know about the current shuttles on campus. I click on it and scroll down, and it's going to show up. And once you click on it, it's going to take you to the shuttle page, and you can just plan accordingly. And let's say I want to, I'm craving something to eat. I can either click on the dining page. Let's say I want to know about Panera. Click on it, know the timings, the status. You can even visit the live location. The location site. And yeah, that's about it. So we also have events showing up. It takes you to the events page. Now let's say I'm craving for some pizza. You just search for it, and it's gonna show up right here. And I like Marco's Pizza, so I'm just gonna save that spot. And I'm also craving for some coffee, so let's search for some coffee. And I like Cool Beans, so I'm gonna save Cool Beans as my saved places. So that's about it. That's our search page, and you can just scroll for stuff. Your saved places show up first, and then nearby places, and then events, dining, and so on. Let's say I want to find where Greek Village is. Just hit on it, and it's gonna show up on map. Let's say I want to find where Darlamur is. Just hit on it, and it's gonna show up on map, and you can just zoom in, zoom out. You can just use it the way you like. So that's about it. Thank you so much.
And now finally we have the settings page that we work on this semester. Where on the settings page the user can edit their profile settings like first name, last name, their username as well. and they can change their email address, their password, and some basic settings like their primary role from undergraduate to graduate. And I'd save changes. And the role is updated over here. They can change it back to undergraduate, and they can also opt for email notifications for dining hall specials. And hit save. And those changes are saved now. The user also has the option to change the theme settings for the app, the language settings for the application. I would prefer dark mode, and the default language would be English. The user can also change the text size for more efficient. Save. And then the user can also enable the 2FA, generate the QR code, not able to scan this QR code with an authenticator app like Microsoft Authenticator or any of the apps mentioned over here. And then it would send the code to the Authenticator app to verify the setup. And if at all they lose access to this account, they can just make use of this backup codes to log back into their account. And it close. So has the option to connect the Google account to this user account and also delete their account as well. And we also have a privacy policy for this project. The terms of service. And if at all the user has any issues with our app, they can let us know by clicking on feedback. And the GitHub link. And that was Campus Connect by Capstone Agents. Thanks for watching, and Capstone Agents signing off.